So here I'm going to teach you how I make my corned beef at home. It's homemade. You can make it as healthy as you want it to be. You can keep it as simple as you want to be. I'd be giving in some optional uh, ingredients, but mostly very easy to make. And I hope you like it.
Start off with two slices of beef brisket. This is actually half a kilo, which I threw in a slow cooker. You can also use a pressure cooker. However, I think that a slow cooker, being a slow cooker, will be able to sink in the flavor and the juices of the meat better. Add salt and pepper. You can use any type of salt. For me, I used the Himalayan salt and some crushed pepper. I also added cayenne pepper so that it's a bit spicy, but don't put too much because you can always adjust. I used native garlic because this is more fragrant than the bigger garlic versions. And plus, I needed it to be super garlicky, so I added 2 cloves. All you need to do is just slice the top, and that's it. If you can crush it, better, but actually with a slow cooker you don't need that because it will just smash everything by the time you're done cooking. You need to add water because a slow cooker will only cook the meat that is submerged in water. So make sure that you don't put too much, but that you also put enough so that everything is soaked in the water. So when you turn it on, you have to use the high level. We can always adjust to low or auto level as we go along. So we'll leave this, and this is how it looks like for about 2 hours. Of course, don't expect it to be soft already at this time, but you can already see the juices coming out after 2 hours, and it's boiling with all that oil, natural oil coming from it. You can see after 5 hours, it's still not easy for you to pull it apart using one fork, and that is my measurement. If you can pull the strands apart with just one hand and fork, then time is up. But I tried it on the 6th hour and I'm still not very happy. And on the 7th hour, yeah, you can actually say that it's ready, but I wanted more. So I waited until the 8th hour, and by the time, I'm really satisfied with how it turned out. You can also see that the amount of water I added to the beef slabs is just enough that I am not having a soupy corned beef. Because if you're someone who likes it this way, then you're all set. But some people want corned beef to be dry or oily, so it will be very hard for you to adjust that if you had so much water to begin with. So take note of that. So now, how do you make it like your breakfast corned beef? The only way is to put it in a pan and cook it in low heat for about 30 minutes. If you think that you want more of the flavor, you can get the juice coming from the slow cooker and use that and cook it in the pan until it dries up. However, if you're someone who likes the, the corned beef to be oily, then you can add a little bit of olive oil or pomace if you want it to be a bit silky. And this is of course very optional for you. It depends on how healthy you want it to be or how silky you want it to be. You can also adjust the taste by adding some salt and pepper or spice or some onions. If you want to saute some onions, you can also do that at this stage. The important thing for you to remember is that you can always adjust the taste. The good thing is that in the slow cooker, we've already sunk in the flavor of the meat. So if all you needed to do was adjust the saltiness, It's okay because the natural flavor of the meat is already there. So you don't lose any of that coming from the juices in the slow cooker and right into the pan as you fry it or allow the juice to evaporate. You can also set aside a portion where you make it into a floss. And when you make it into a floss, that means you need to throw it again into the pan for another 30 to 40 minutes using very low heat and stirring it from time to time because you don't want it to burn. You can also try to pull them apart even further. This will give you a finer floss. And you want that that's what you're trying to achieve. If you're trying to achieve the crunchy floss type, you really need to pull apart the strands. And very optional is to add more of the extra virgin olive oil or any oil of your preference into the mix if you want it to be even silkier. This is the crunchiness that I prefer, and I do like how it turned out. You can add some dried garlic into the mix, you can add some sliced onions, you can add some cooked onions, you can add some leeks, you can add some fried egg, you can add kimchi. Oh, this is really good. So this is my corned beef, and I hope that you like this film. And if you're someone who's been doing this or tried to do this because you watched this film, please let me know by leaving a comment and I'll make sure to get back to you. Thanks a lot for watching. See you again soon. Bye!